everybody. Okay, this is the new updated video for the boho bag purse. Now, you can certainly follow along in this video and assemble your boho bag purse. But for those of you who haven't bought the pattern and you were asking, where do I get the pattern from? I'm going to show you. You can get the pattern online at my Etsy shop, which is Clothespin Dolls, like my YouTube channel. Long story about Sugar Plum Dolls. But anyway, so this is my Etsy store. And hi. Okay, so once you get to my Etsy shop, you will see there's the different fabric patterns, and I am working very hard to bring you more really cool, easy to use DIY, do it yourself sewing patterns so you can make really cute stuff. I love making this stuff. And I'm definitely trying not to purchase any more purses, but only use my own bags. So let's go ahead and go to the pattern. So you can click on either item because it's either featured or, it's just here for all items. So I'm going to click on it. And then you can see there's different samples of purses that I made using my own pattern. This one I love a lot. I use that purse like so much. This actually has become my everyday go-to bag. Not sure why, but it just really is. I love it. This is a really cute bag as well. Cute fabric. And see, the bag is really cute based on the fabrics that you use and how you want to do it. That's another bag. I actually made that for someone and gave it away, and I wish I had made another one because it's really cute. Anywho, so it's real easy for you to make the boho bag purse. It's a shoulder bag, obviously. So I have it on sale for $2.95. That's not bad. That's way cheaper than patterns you get at the store most of the time. So in order to make the boho bag, you would need to purchase the pattern, download the pattern, print the pattern, sew it and create it and enjoy it. Okay. But obviously at this point you'd have to add it to your cart. And let me click on the summary. Oh, and you can see some comments from some folks. I don't know why I don't really have people making a lot of current comments, but anywho, it tells you that it's a digital download to your computer. You print it on your printer. Remember, you don't get the finished bag. You only get the pattern to make the purse in your choice. Let me see. Yeah, it's just digital. And there'll be links to YouTube videos. If you have any problems at all, just make sure you email me, contact me, and I'll walk you through it. So let's go on to the next part. Okay, here is the PDF of the boho bag purse pattern. Okay, so if you're watching this video, presumably you already have a copy of the PDF pattern. Okay, so you can open it up in Adobe or Quick Preview. Any of the PDF programs, you should be able to open it up. So, as you can see, I'm not big into a whole lot of instructions. Just keeping it real simple. And of course, you can watch the videos online on how to construct your bag from start to finish if you're not really quite sure where to start. Okay, but this is the pattern piece. So you've already opened a PDF document, and I'm just going to scroll down and you see all the writing on there. And you'll notice what it's going to do is it's going to fit on two 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper. Now this bag pattern, I don't have any seam allowance where you might usually see like a little dotted line. Just cut real carefully and you should be fine. If you want a seam allowance, you can certainly add it. But the bag in the video, it's made with this pattern and it comes out pretty much a standard size. But of course you're free to modify your own bag to your own taste, and that's fine. So it's 2 pieces to the body, and you need to lay it on the fold and cut it on the fold. And you need to cut 2 pieces for the outer bag and 2 pieces for the lining. And when you print at 8.5 by 11 on your printer, print at 100%. And I would suggest when you print it out on paper, measure with a ruler the test square, and I'll show you. We'll do that in the next part of this video. I'll show you that. Let me see. There's something else about this. Okay. Anyway, so I'm just gonna go ahead and click print. See, I've got to go here, and I'll click print. Okay, I have a couple of different printers, so but I'm going to print to this one. I want it to be in black and white, and I want it to be the custom size or actual size, 100%. Portrait is fine, and as you can see, there's 2 pages. So I'm just going to go ahead and click print, and that'll give me my 2 copies. So let me go ahead and get that out of the printer, and we'll go on over to the cutting table, and I'll show you how to attach it. Okay, so as promised, here is the pattern. So I printed it out, and you can see it's 2 sheets of paper. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take a glue stick. I like using tape, but a glue stick's okay. And I'm not going to do any cutting yet, because I'll show you why. Because I want everything to line up nice and neat. So since you're using the 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper and it's the same size, you can kind of like line it up to the edge, and then that way you'll know you're got it on there straight. And you just want to line up as best you can to the black line. At this point, it's not, you don't have to worry about being super duper exact, and because it's going to come out fine. As you can see, it's off a teensy weensy bit. So I'm going to take it off and just show you again. Just want to be careful to line it up. And yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, so, okay, that's fine. So now, the other thing I was telling you about, and you can, if you're using a glue stick, you gotta let it dry a little bit. But if you're just, if you've got tape, obviously that's a non-issue. Okay, now this little sucker right here, when you print, you need to make sure that you are working with the 1-inch size. And just look at it and take your ruler and just measure and make sure it's 1 inch both ways. If you've done that, then you know it's going to be the right dimensions. Because overall, this bag is about, the bag body itself is about 16 inches tall, and when you actually finish it, it's going to be about 14 inches wide. And oh, let's talk about the shoulder strap. This piece right here, I didn't add the shoulder strap piece as part of the pattern because it's really, it would just take up more of your paper. What it really is a 3-inch wide strip of fabric that you're going to attach to here, okay, to the bag itself, not to the paper. And typically the strap is about 20 inches long, but some folks like their shoulder bag a little bit longer, a little bit shorter. It all depends, but basically that's the only reason why I didn't include it in the pattern. And if you watch, I think part 2 of the boho bag video, it'll show you how to attach the strap to the bag. So that's all there is to the pattern. I'm glad I could finally get this out to you all. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. Okay. Once you have it glued together, then just go ahead and just cut. I'm a sloppy cutter, but what will happen, when you're actually cutting the fabric, you'll take off a little bit more stuff. So let's cut that there and just follow the curve. And yeah, just cut that off right there. And you don't need a seam allowance unless you really want to, or unless you really want to. That's the only reason I can think of why. Those things always bug me a little bit. And that's kind of the thing about my patterns is, yeah, I know I cut a little crooked, but you'll see, it'll come out just fine. Oh, and by the way, this little square right here is exactly 2 inches this way and 2 inches that way for your bag bottom. And just cut that off. So that is all the cutting you have to do for the bag pattern. So go ahead and check out part 1 of the video and part 2 of the video, and you should be able to create a beautiful customized boho bag. So enjoy. Thanks for watching. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and show you cutting out the pattern for the boho bag. And like I showed you before, I'm actually cutting, you need to cut 2 of these on the fold. And then this is going to be the outer part of the bag, although it could be reversible. And then this is going to be the inner part of the bag. Since this is really, really thick, I'm going to use my handy dandy electric scissors, because if you compare trying to cut with this, it can be done, and it's probably better because you'll go really slow and you'll get it done the right way. But I'm going to use these. They're a little noisy, and you gotta have to be careful. And see, it's a beautiful, smooth, clean cut. Very smooth. So this makes the job really super quick and easy. So, and you have to be careful. Don't cut your fingers. Oops. And I'm just holding it. Okay. So now I'm going to go a little bit past that corner so that I can get right in there and be really exacting. Okay. Tap that a little bit. So now I want to go straight across again. Okay. So we've got a nice long way to go. So we'll just get ready and do that. And get right in here. Okay, it's a lot of fabric, like I said, when you're trying to cut it this way. I'm cutting the multiple layers because I like for it to be even, the bag, the outer cover of the bag, and the lining. So why'd we get stuck on? Okay, not really sure why we got stuck on the end. Whoops. Gonna have to cut that blooper part out. Okay, so now we have it all nicely cut out. I'm gonna triple check because I had a little bit of extra. I didn't get as close to the edge as I wanted. So I'm just gonna even it up with the scissors. And then we'll be ready to go ahead and start sewing. Okay, and now you can see I've stitched the bottom of the bag. Remember, that's this section right here that you're going to be stitching. And this is about a 2-inch by 2-inch square, and that's how you're going to get your bag bottom. Remember, this is going to be the basic shape of your bag, and you can, if you look down below, you can buy the pattern for the bag on my Etsy store. Okay, so you can see this is the bottom of the bag, and now we're just going to turn it inside out. Just poke your fingers through the bottom parts of the bag, and then we're going to do that on the other side, the opposite side, and just fluff it out. Woo! So this is going to be the outer portion of your bag. And since I took my time with the pattern that was the image that was in the fabric, so that I could get those two little lovebirds right where I wanted them. And we got another little bird on the back, but oops, we lost his beak, but that's okay. So this is the outer part of your bag, and then I'm going to stitch up the inner part and the lining, show you how to put the two together, and the handles, and it's just that easy. Okay, now as you can see, I'm taking the two right sides of the bag, placing them inside each other, and then what you're going to do next is you're going to stitch all the way around, and then through the strap openings you can flip the bag inside out. Okay, now look. Okay, as you can see, I just pulled the bag, the right sides all the way out of the other bag. So now I have a really neat bag. I've got to finish my strap, and then we'll attach it, and you're about to have a really great bag. So see how quick and easy this is? You can do a couple of these bags in a few hours. It's really not that hard. I love this bag pattern that I created, and I think you'll love it too. Now as you can see, we've got our bag just about finished. Okay, and for the straps, you're gonna need some strips of fabric because you want to sew them together. Let me show you a better example. Okay, so here are two of the 2-inch strips sewn together. So you end up with approximately a 4-inch strip. And you want it to be approximately about 40 inches long, more or less. The final length you can kind of determine as to how you want your bag to hang. Okay, so I have my outer layer, my inner layer and my outer layer. So I'm going to put these two right sides together, and then I'm going to stitch along the edge of each and turn it inside out. And then we'll attach the remaining part of the strap to the bag. Okay, so once you have your two sides of the shoulder strap stitched together, you want to turn it inside out all the way, and then you'll attach this to your bag. Yes, and once you have your two sides together, you can get a ruler or a dowel, and you just want to turn it inside out, and then we'll just press these parts down. It may take a little bit of maneuvering, but you'll get it done. It's really easy at this point. You just want to keep pulling, turning it inside out. Okay, so as you can see, we've attached one side of the shoulder strap to the bag, and now when you're working on the other side, oh, and it's a good idea to iron out your fabric so it'll be nice and smooth. What you're basically going to do is slide one end of the shoulder strap into the body of the bag strap, and then you're going to stitch right across. So you want this to be nice and neat. So what you need to do is you're just going to tuck this down Make it nice and smooth and even, straight across. You can, of course, iron this, which is a good idea. Iron it flat. And then you're going to take the other part of the strap and you're just going to slide it right down into it, into that little opening. And then just even it out. And then you're going to stitch straight across. And that's pretty much it for your bag handle.